Alright, so one of the problems with owning a boat is how expensive it is. And one of the problems with how expensive it is that there's a lot of things that you can do on your own that a lot of people choose not to do. One of those things, changing out the gear oil. So today, I'm going to change out the gear oil and show you how to do it. Real simple process. You need a flathead screwdriver, a pump, and some 80W90 gear oil. This is for a 150 Yamaha. So first thing you want to do is you actually don't start back here. First thing you do is you lower the front end of the boat so you can have some space. So we'll come up here and we'll lower the jack down and we'll get it as low as possible. And the reason for that is we're going to have to put an oil pan underneath it. Once we're done with that, take our oil pan and we'll go ahead and lower the lower unit down. Hopefully we got enough space. Now, the idea is get it mostly level. I hope you can see that. It looks mostly level. And we'll come over here. And there's two screws. There's this one, and then there's one on the bottom here that I can't see right now. Right there. Let me see if I can get the camera here. Right there. So we're gonna loosen the top one first. And you see it's got a washer on there, so you don't want to lose the washer. And then we'll come under and we'll loosen the bottom one. Might even have the help of a chicken here. Now, as you're draining the oil out, you notice this oil looks pretty good. It's not a white, milky, frothy color. If you see that, that means you got water in the oil. You can kind of see the water bubbles here. That's actually dripping off the motor from where I was running earlier, but you don't see that in the motor. If you see that in your motor, that means you got a loose seal and you want to change that, because if you leave that in over the winter time, it can actually freeze and crack your lower unit. So we're going to let that drain for a few minutes, and I'm actually going to raise it a little bit so the oil tilts forward and comes out a little faster. So I went on ahead and raised it up just a little bit more just to get that oil draining out, but I wanted to show you something while that was draining. So this is the top one. It's just a seal. It's just a regular bolt. Top one has nothing special to it. This is the bottom screw. You notice on the tip you see a lot of stuff here. That is a magnet. If you just take your finger, you kind of go through it, and maybe a metal shaving or two in there, but not too bad. That's how you can kind of see if you have any real metal shavings in there. See if you're doing any grinding. This is not too bad at all. I've seen a whole lot worse. I've seen it looks like one of those magnets with that we used to have when we were kids, and they had a little stick up like hair or something. So this one's not too bad. Yeah, that's not bad, but that one's the bottom one, goes in there so that it attracts all the metal, and then you can take a look at it, see if you're grinding gears. Okay, so we've let it drain. Just gonna pick my 2 screws up here, move this out of the way, then go ahead and lower it down till it's just about level. It's important as level, because that's how we know when it's going to be full. So, you got your pump, and you got your oil. First thing we're going to do, you unscrew that, take the cap off, drop the oil down, or the pump down in there, then you tighten it up. Of course, this bottle's crooked, which sometimes they are, and so they're kind of tough to tighten. Now, you're going to take where that bottom screw came out, and I might have to take this off because this isn't being cooperative. Let me take this back off. Hang on. Set that over there. Where that bottom screw came out, you're going to screw this back in. See that? Just screwing it right back in where the bottom screw came out. And it's got a rubber washer on there, so you want to make it nice and tight. Once you're done with that, you can put that back in the bottle and screw that on. Now, once that's on, you just pump it up. You're just going to keep pumping until oil comes out of that hole. So, my Evinrude I used to have used a little less gear oil. This one actually used the whole bottle, but luckily I have some left over. So I'm going to go ahead and top it off. All right, see the oil coming out of the top there? That means it's full. So you want to take your top screw, and go ahead and tighten that up. Not too tight, but tight enough. Once that's done, you can go ahead and unscrew this. Now you see the oil just dripping out of there, but not too bad. It's because it's got an airlock on it. because you tightened up the top screw. So go ahead and tighten up the bottom screw. And there you go. She's all done. Put the lid back on this, save it for next time. You can save this also for next time. One thing I should have pointed out, this is metal piece here, you can remove it. So I know this is good for Evinrudes and Mercuries, and I know this is what you use on Yamahas. I think Hondas as well, but for the Yamaha I need this on there. This is reusable. Together these tools, the oil and the pump, cost, I don't know, 13 bucks at Walmart. So I don't know what a mechanic charges, but 13 bucks, can't beat that. Dispose of the oil at the landfill for free, or a auto parts store. And you're good to go for another season of fishing.